The Wuthering Heights was written by Emily Brontë in the mid-19th century. At that time, many novels showed polite manners and gentle feelings, but this story is different. It is set in the wild and stormy countryside of northern England, and it shows strong emotions like love, hate, revenge, and sadness. This area is known for its rough weather and lonely moors, which affect the mood of the story. The novel has two main houses, Wuthering Heights and Thrushcross Grange. They are not far from each other, but they feel like completely different worlds. Wuthering Heights is a dark and cold place, full of fierce winds, while Thrushcross Grange is softer and calmer, with a more refined way of life. The people who live in these two homes become tied together by deep passions, intense anger, and tragic choices that cause pain for the next generation. Many readers see this book as a shocking and haunting story, even though it is also about love, devotion, and family ties. At the very start of the story, a man named Lockwood rents Thrushcross Grange, which is owned by someone he does not understand well. This owner is Heathcliff. Lockwood goes to visit him at Wuthering Heights. When Lockwood arrives, he notices that Heathcliff seems dark and unsociable, and the house feels unfriendly. The people living there act like they have many bitter secrets, and Lockwood soon becomes confused by their behavior. During his stay, Lockwood experiences a strange dream in one of the cold, old bedrooms. He thinks he sees the ghost of a woman calling herself Catherine. This moment scares him and makes him wonder about the secrets hidden in this place. When he returns to Thrushcross Grange, he is curious about Heathcliff and the past events that have shaped Wuthering Heights. So he asks Nellie Dean, the housekeeper, to tell him the story of Heathcliff, Catherine, and everyone else involved. Nellie agrees, and she begins to share a long tale filled with love, cruelty, mistakes, and lingering memories. Nellie's story begins many years earlier. Mr. Earnshaw, the old master of Wuthering Heights, once went to the city. When he returned, he brought home a child who was homeless. This boy did not have a clear background, and nobody knew his true parents. Mr. Earnshaw decided to name him Heathcliff. Heathcliff was different from other children in the home. Hindley, Mr. Earnshaw's son, disliked him immediately, but Mr. Earnshaw's daughter, Catherine, became close friends with him. Mr. Earnshaw had a soft spot for Heathcliff, treating him almost like another son. Over time, Hindley's hatred for Heathcliff grew stronger because he felt their father cared more for the strange boy than for him. Catherine, however, formed a bond with Heathcliff, and their friendship turned into a deep emotional attachment. They would wander the moors, playing together and connecting with nature, feeling wild and free. As they grew older, they seemed to understand each other in a way no one else did, but their closeness also began to cause problems. When Mr. Earnshaw died, Hindley took control of Wuthering Heights. He was married to a woman named Frances, who seemed kind but fragile. Hindley's anger toward Heathcliff only grew worse now that Hindley was master of the house. He no longer treated Heathcliff as part of the family, instead forcing him to live more like a servant. While Catherine still cared for Heathcliff, she was also attracted to the more polished and wealthy life she saw at Thrushcross Grange. Once, Heathcliff and Catherine snuck over to the Grange. They spied on the Lintons, who were the family living there. But a dog attacked Catherine, causing her to stay at the Grange to heal. During this time, the Lintons taught her better manners and fashionable ways, so when she finally returned to Wuthering Heights, she looked and acted different. Heathcliff felt uncertain about his place in her heart. Even though Catherine still loved him, she now saw another path in life where she could be respected by society and enjoy more comfort. This difference created tension between them, yet their bond stayed powerful and often painful. After some time, Edgar Linton, the son of the family at Thrushcross Grange, asked Catherine to marry him. She accepted, but when she spoke with Nellie Dean, Catherine revealed that she loved Heathcliff with all her heart. Still, she thought a marriage to Heathcliff would never be accepted by society, and Hindley would not allow him any power or money. Catherine hoped that by marrying Edgar, she could help Heathcliff move up in life. However, Heathcliff overheard only part of her conversation and left Wuthering Heights before hearing that she truly cared for him. Feeling rejected and bitter, he disappeared without saying goodbye. Catherine was heartbroken. She married Edgar, moved to Thrushcross Grange, and tried to enjoy her new life. But she never forgot Heathcliff. Edgar treated her kindly, and she felt safe with him, but she also felt a deep sadness. Time passed, and everyone believed Heathcliff was gone forever. Then, one day, Heathcliff returned with money and a new air of confidence. No one knew how he had made his fortune, but it was clear he was now strong and determined. His main goal was to take revenge on those he believed had wronged him, especially Hindley and Edgar. Hindley, who had lost his wife Frances soon after she gave birth to their son Hareton, had fallen into gambling and drink. Heathcliff took advantage of this and slowly gained control of Wuthering Heights by lending Hindley money and then taking the property when Hindley could not pay his debts. At the same time, Heathcliff visited Thrushcross Grange often, causing trouble between Edgar and Catherine. Edgar's sister, Isabella, became attracted to Heathcliff. She saw him as a lonely, mysterious man, but she did not understand his dark heart and desire for revenge. Heathcliff noticed her interest and decided to use Isabella to get back at Edgar. He tricked Isabella into running away with him, even though he did not truly love her. Catherine grew upset by these events, and the pressure of her divided feelings between Edgar and Heathcliff caused her to grow weak and ill. She was pregnant, which made her condition even more delicate. When Heathcliff visited her, their old love and anger burst out. They cried, embraced, and blamed each other for the pain they felt. But it was clear their bond was still strong, even as it caused them great suffering. Edgar found them together, and a fight nearly happened. Catherine fell into a feverish state and gave birth to a baby girl, also named Catherine, or Cathy. Soon after, she died. This loss was a great shock for Heathcliff. He felt angry at Catherine for leaving him and also at himself for not protecting her. He asked her spirit to stay with him no matter what, making him feel both guilty and lonely for the rest of his life. Isabella soon realized that living with Heathcliff was a nightmare. He was cruel to her, and she ran away to the south, where she gave birth to Heathcliff's son, Linton. Meanwhile, Hindley died, leaving Hareton alone. Heathcliff took control of Wuthering Heights and treated Hareton harshly, just as Hindley had once treated him. Hareton grew up uneducated and rough, although he had a warm nature underneath his tough exterior. Isabella raised Linton, but she also did not have an easy life. Time passed, and when Isabella died, Heathcliff demanded his son come live with him at Wuthering Heights. Linton was very different from his father. He was weak, delicate, and often whined about his health. Heathcliff did not truly care for him, but he saw him as a tool for his ongoing plan.